Oh, yeah. Peace and high frequencies, y'all. I'm back to give you all my little, look at my little rollers in the back. I am be cute tonight. I'm going to dinner. But I gotta talk to y'all about this full moon energy. And when I say energy, that's that inward knowing, the energy, that inward G, that inward intuition, that knowing, that discernment, that information that's already in you, that energy, that G that's in you that protects you from all of the bullshit that's going on. This full moon energy is bringing a lot of things to our awareness, and it's also pushing out the bullshit. It's pushing out the bullshit, y'all. Going into my dream last night, I had a dream. It was kind of chaotic. I was able to see a lot of things going on. It was like I was working on trying to release some people or someone from a bondage. But it was also like these individuals or these people were needing to pull or connect to my energy. Like, there we go again, energy. They was needing to have me in some type of space around them to relieve them or release them from some type of bondage or some type of imprisonment. Okay, that's the best that I can come up with. And so my ex is always coming up in the dream. Yeah, I told you, my ex from high school. It was him and his wife, and their child was in the dream, and it was weird. But the major part of it was the fact that I saw the full moon. And the full moon is like it had dropped down so close to the planet or Earth, wherever I was, that it was almost like I could reach out and touch it. And I wanted to share that with you all to let you all know that, because I'm going through it too. No matter, and this is what's coming to me right now, no matter how much you've been going through, or no matter how far you feel like you may be from your goals or from things you're trying to manifest or things you're trying to bring in, or, with your family, your career, finances, or just moving and leveling up to another place in life, that even though it may feel like it's far away, it's really getting ready to come down. It's like the full moon, my dream is like it's right there, it's within reach. And I know for me, I have been feeling like these past few months, like 2022 has been heavy, y'all. This year been heavier for me than 2020. And in so many different ways, because I'm looking to bring in some things. And I know my power of manifestation, but I also know when I'm in the energy of manifesting, and I know when I'm having a clear vision of what I want to bring forth, that these little minions, for lack of better words, in my life. And there, when I say minions, these are energies of that are housed inside of a physical vessel, right? And they are trying to pull in my energy. They can feel, and they may not even be aware in their physical body or even, consciously aware, but the energy knows. And so when I'm moving in a manifestation era, and I'm really, really like putting forth a lot of energy into bringing stuff forth and what I'm trying to create, then these minions pop up in different areas and they want to attach themselves. Yeah. And y'all watch out, because y'all have them too. Because if you on here, you have them too. You either have them or you're a minion. Either one. You either are someone like me who these minions pop up, or you are a minion yourself and you trying to pull out somebody's energy. All right, so one or the other. But anyway, these little minions, I have to call them minions because they so they just they'll pop up, and you all have to recognize them. All right, you all have to recognize them. I can recognize minions by and I'm calling them that, y'all. I don't even know what the word mean, but that's the first word that came to my head, and I feel like that's what they are. But these energies, these energy like vampires or whatever you want to call it, they like little minions that want to take over your energy or want to join in with your manifestations. You can tell by the energy of vibration of their voice. I have learned I can now clearly see cycles in my life. I can clearly see people energies returning themselves in my life, and the voice or the vibration in the voice is very distinct. I'm like, okay, you're so and so, but you're packaged in this type of physical vessel, or yeah, that's who you are, but you in this different physical vessel, but I know who you are. All right, you little minion, you're not coming over here and trying to suck off my energy while I'm working on bringing things in. So you all be careful during this time. And you know, the full moon energy, of course, we are bioelectric beings. It's not anything new that we are in alignment with the full moon energy, because it's an energy that causes the tides and the waves in the ocean. We are connected to the moon. You'll see people start to be lunatics, or changing with the moon and being in a high type of erratic energy where they're just doing all type of crazy things. Break-ins are more susceptible, car thefts, and just a lot of craziness that's going on is more susceptible during this full moon energy, because it's higher, that frequency and that the wavelength of that energy that's being pushed out from the moon is playing upon us and even our emotions. And as women, our cycles are connected with the moon cycle too, the whole 28 days. And so we would feel more than anything, we will feel things starting to occur or happen in our lives, or when things aren't right, or when people not right, or people have alternative motives, or whatever it is, ulterior motives in your life, and the reason why they're there. Sometimes people are only there to pull on your energy. All right. They want to pull on that energy. They can see, they can feel, they can hear the vibration in your voice, that you have this energy, that you have this inward knowing, a connection to source, where you have the power to pull in manifestations into your life. And everybody may not have that connection to source. Everybody may not even know how to tap into that connection to source. Or some people are blinded to that connection, and they don't understand how to really bring it in. Okay. And so because we have that power on, or you're someone who wants to pull on that power, like I said before, it's either or in here today that's watching this. You're either someone who's pulling in that energy because you know how to bring it in, like I do, or you someone that want to attach yourself to someone that can do that. So I just want you all to be mindful, recognize who you are, which one that you fall into categories of, and see how this full moon playing out for you. I have to say that I feel like we are on the brink of breaking through something. We are on the brink of breaking through, because even my dreams have started to get a little fuzzy and clouded a little bit of what's going on, what I'm bringing forth, who the people that are in my dream that I can't really make it out, but I can feel their energy. I don't know if they're, pulling on my energy from another part of the world, or through social media. Because of course I do a lot of social media, and then I'm here on this platform. So people can see you, and they'll even try to pull on your energy just visually through your pictures and through your videos and things of that nature that you put out. So of course you always have to stay protected and call forth that energy to keep you protected in those ancestors, and whatever you work in, whatever religion or spiritual um, uh, spiritual group that you work in, or spiritual movement that's best for you, that you work with, then call forth that protection in your life, because this is a full moon energy. And with the full moon energy is, I know I talked about, people will physically act, erratic, but not just the people. We have to know these people are inside of the physical vessel. They are holding in this spirit. They're holding in um, their essence. And right, I always talk about their soul essence. So they're holding in this essence. Everyone here is not benevolent. Um, Everyone here is not malevolent either. They're not bad. We're not. Everybody's not good. Everybody's not bad. You're gonna get a mixture of both. And some people it's in the middle. They like to try to play both parts. But depending upon what you are and where you like working in, you have to have this discernment and understanding of people who are around you, people who want to have your time, attention, conversation. Um, just be aware, okay? Just be very, very aware. All right, that's what I want to tell y'all. Be very, very aware and guard your energy. All right. And your energy is gonna guard you. It's a reciprocal relationship, right? So don't think that that energy ain't watching out for your best interest. Your energy is watching out for you to get the best mate, the best lifestyle, the best financial and career outcome, the best travel. You may be somebody like me. It's like, hey, when do I feel like traveling? Where I'm gonna go to next? The best outcome for your family, the best in your health and wellness, your best mental state. So your energy makes sure that all of this is taken care of. And all you have to do is connect to your soul essence and make sure that you follow in with what that energy is telling to you through dreams, through conversations that you may just have in spirit, through meditation, whatever you sit down and just go inwardly and listen to that inner voice, and just hearing and knowing. And sometimes you don't even have to sit. Sometimes you may be driving in the car like me. Sometimes I'm driving in a car and then I'm receiving information. I'm receiving messages. I could be talking on the phone to someone and I'm instantly receiving information and I'm receiving messages. So no matter what your gifting is, that energy is going to be heightened during this time, because we are in the full moon energy. That full moon energy is heightened up. And just like I said in my dream, when I saw the full moon, that full moon just dropped down, and it was like right in my face. Like I was like, it's almost like I could have reached out and tapped it. And also saying that, like I said earlier, don't try to release, how I want to put this. Don't give up and stop applying pressure on those things you want to see come forth in your life. I know during this time it may start to get difficult. It may start to get a little hard. And right now we are right at the break. Like it's getting ready, like this second half of August. Once we get, let me see, next week. Next week we coming to halfway. So yeah, start next week. You'll start to see things starting to relieve themselves. And you'll start to see these manifestations start to come through slowly but surely into your life. Because one thing that has been ringing over in my head is September, September, September. So when September gets here, that's when everything is going to start breaking loose. But during this time, what we've been doing, I think it started maybe in April. We have, what has been brought to our awareness are those things that needed to be cleaned up in our life. This can be in the form of relationships. This can be in the form of family members, how we're dealing with family, your career, you making that business move that you should have made, that you felt like you should have made 10 years ago, but now you're stepping out on it and in it. those goals you set out for the new year that you said you was going to do, then now it's coming back. It hits you in April or May, like, hey, I need to get on top of my goals that I said I was going to do. Whatever it is, starting in, like, I believe like April, may have been March for some people, but that may have been like spring equinox, but for sure in April, those things have been brought to the forefront. And if we saw it and we didn't act on it and try to correct it, then it really pushed itself out so we couldn't ignore it. Like if you were if you know you're supposed to release this relationship, but you didn't and you still playing around with it, then your significant other is really going to push things out and do some things that is like, hey, I can't ignore this, I gotta let this go. Or your job may be constantly just pulling on you and you don't even have enough time. When you sleep, you're still thinking about it. When you up, you working on it. Is no time really for you. And you feel like you're putting all of this energy into someone else's dream. Then it's going to get even worse. And when it gets worse, that's when you like, and they may be like, hey, we need you to start working weekends, nights, and holidays and all that kind of stuff. So when that comes, it's like, okay, this is the time. I already knew I was supposed to be walking in my purpose and opening up my business and doing all of that. So I'm just saying things are going to escalate and bring it to your attention for you to clean it up. Is for you to clean it up. And that's how lessons are, right? So if you don't get it the first time, you may get in a relationship, be like, oh, that was bad to me. Then you get into something, another relationship, just a different face with the same energy. Then you allow it to happen to you. Like it keep escalating until you see your worth or until you see this type of energy and you start to recognize this type of energy when it comes. So you know not to jump into this. All right. Not to jump into this relationship because you know this ain't right. Or not to jump and get this job because you know I ain't gonna want to work on the holidays. I'm not gonna want to work on the weekends. So before you make those decisions instantaneously and being just impulsive, that it's gonna show itself up in all of these different ways. Hey Mel, Divine Connection 228. We're gonna have to do a live together because she has a lot of information that she needs to get out to the collective. And you all definitely need to hear it. And we're going to go live. I don't know if we're going to do it on Instagram first and just start going live, or we'll be live doing it here. Either way, we're going to start doing it. But what I'm saying is if you haven't cleaned up those things in your life that you knew should have been gone, right? And this can go for physical things too in your house. If you a hoarder and you keeping shit and you know that shit should have been gone, it's going to get on your nerves or bother you, or you're going to start seeing bugs, or you may see something, or a spider or roaches. You be like, okay, let me clean this up, because it's going to get to a level. That's the energy we in right now, y'all. We're not in the energy where we can just push things to the side and just keep going and just be like, okay, I get to it when I get to it. The universe is not allowing us to get to it when we get to it anymore. The universe is saying, pay attention, get this shit done now, clean this up so I can help you move to the next level in your life. Don't let this stuff still pile up in your life when you know you need to get rid of this relationship. This ain't who you're supposed to be with. You know this ain't who you're supposed to be with. We've been showing you, and that person's going to keep on doing stuff, pressing your buttons until it gets to a point where you like, oh, I got to let this go. I can't do it no more. Right? It's going to do it on your job. It's going to do it on your finances. It's going to do it in your career. It's going to do it with your family. It's going to do it in your living situations. Like if you're not cleaning up and all that, like I said, it's going to push you to do it. Right? It's going to push you to the point where you have no other way but to do it. And the only reason, and this is what I've seen in my own life, that's what I'm saying, in my own life. The only reason why I see, open up my blinds, I want to see outside. The only reason why I see the universe doing this is because the universe wants us to level up. The universe wants us to level up. Our spirit wants us to level up. Our soul essence wants us to level up and get those issues, distractions, and all of that junk out of the way, because we're getting ready to move into something that's of a higher frequency, okay? We can't still be holding on to low frequency, low vibratory energies, no matter what type of form it comes in. And we'll start to sweep these things out of our lives. And we won't know why or how, but I've noticed that the universe isn't making it like it used to do. It used to be like it'll just do it either way. It's gonna make it happen. Like whether you do it or that person. Like say, like I'm using relationship for example. The relationship ain't good, and you stay in a relationship. Well, in the past, the universe has done this, where that person comes in and doesn't want to be in a relationship no more unless because you weren't strong enough to do it. That's not happening anymore. What's going on now is that you're being pushed to a point where you have to make the decision, where you're going to have to say, hey, you're going to have to use your vocal cords. You're going to have to use that throat chakra, and you're going to have to speak your truth. It's in your face now where you have to speak it, because the universe wants to empower you even more. And if you can't speak it, if you can't tell these things, just like the biblical scripture where Christ or Jesus says, speak to the winds, they obey me. Speak to the waters obey me. Okay, that is powerful. Okay, because he's saying speak to these things. You can't move up and level up if you don't speak to these things in your life and command these things in your life to do what you do. You can't sit back, and I'm talking to myself too, y'all. You can't sit and just blindly allow things to just do, and you get ran over, and you just hoard stuff, and you just let this shit pile up, and you let people run over you in your life. You let your relationships go however you want. You let your do it, and you just don't say nothing. And then you get pushed to the edge, and then next thing you fall out. No, that ain't happening no more. Now you're putting your foot down. We're in the energy where we're putting our foot down, where we're calling those things out. We're saying it, and then we are soaring up. So each time you see it, you recognize these minions, like I've been calling them. You recognize minions, and you call these minions out, because you know they fucking minions. You know they're not supposed to be in your life. You know they're not. And people are coming right now to attach, because it's almost like if you ever watch any of the it's kind of like the zombie movie, for lack of a better description, y'all. And you got these zombies coming, and these people driving through town. I don't know what movie this was, y'all, but people driving through town, or somebody on an airplane getting ready to leave up out of this city with all these zombies and the mess up the city. And then these zombies jump on the car. They trying to jump on the jet to attach to them so they can fly off with them, so they can still get to them. That's kind of like where we are right now. Okay, you are the energy. You're the light. You're the one that's whole, all right? Or you could be one, like I said, it's two types of people watching this. But you're the one that's whole, like me. I'm talking to y'all. So you're in that jet. You about to leave up out of here. You about to leave this low level frequency bullshit ass lifestyle alone. And then you got these zombies that's trying to attach to you. They jumping on the jet. They jumping on the plane. They want to go with you. They not going to let you go. And these minions are going to try to get you any way possible. They're going to punch the window out and try to get to you and try to grab you, and they're trying to do all that they can because they know their time is up, okay? These blood-sucking, vampirical minion energies who have tried to be on you all the time. And while they're trying to grab and get to you, you got to turn around and say, hey, this ain't that. Not on me. You're going to get down or you're going to get kicked down. You got to really talk to it. Like I said, the biblical scripture, tell these mountains to move. The winds and the waters obey my voice. All right. Voice is very important. That's been on me today. Your voice is very important. The winds and the waters obey my voice. So those things that you have to do, you're going to have to speak it out verbally so they can succumb and get off of you. Because once they hear you say it, it ain't nothing they can do but be like, this ain't that. And then when you do that, you open up the way for you to clear it, and the zombies just fall off. They move out, and you have a clear path now to soar and just go on up and go to your higher level, your next level in this life. You won't have those distractions or those issues constantly clawing at you. You've called it, you verbalized it, and you're going on up, you're soaring on up. So that's what I'm feeling with this full moon energy. Like I said, that's your energy. the inner knowing, your inner connection to the divine, your inner essence. Like that is your energy. Okay. And you right here. We right here. We right here about to grab it, about to snatch it, about to bring it down to us so we can move into another level of this life. This is not all that is. But when we go through so many trials, and I've noticed this in my life, when I go through trial after trial after trial, and then nothing working out for me, and I just feel like, it's like one thing after another, after another, after another. Oh my God, I'm tired. Like this world is just so much. It's like right there at that point that I stay like out of that mindset of just being overwhelmed, that I shift that energy and I go right into gratitude, right? I kind of take that when it feel like it's starting to rumble up inside of me, then I have to go, I have to change the channel and I go straight into gratitude. And then I just start to think about the things that I didn't have in my life 5, 10 years ago and who I am at this point and how I help people change their lives and the house that I get to live in, the food and the cars and, people that I get to travel with and people that I get to talk to and encourage me and I encourage them, just being able to have a cell phone and this shit on, just, it could be just the basic things in life, being in my right health, being in my right mind. I'm not in a doctor's office. I'm not in a hospital bed. I'm not in a mental institution. I'm not locked up somewhere in somebody's basement, handcuffed and got my ankles in handcuffs and with a bag over my head. People are looking for me, and I got the guy from America's Most Wanted and kidnapped me, and I'm in a basement. It's somebody right now, y'all, that has been kidnapped, that's being robbed, that's being raped, that's being molested, that's being abused by their husband. It's somebody right now that's on drugs and they can't get off. They can't see their way out. They want to stop, but the addiction too strong. It's somebody right now that is being used, that's been out here on the street, that having a prostitute to feed their kids. It's somebody right now, y'all, that's going through this shit. It's somebody right now that's 10 years old that's getting molested by their stepdad or their real daddy or their auntie. It's somebody right now. So I give gratitude. I give thankfulness. I send up the highest energy to that soul essence within me and to that energy beyond, to my future self that sees where I'm going and where I'm projected to outside of the mundane nuances of life. I would say that because it's always something else that somebody is going through that we may not be aware of, but it's going on. So when we don't understand and we don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, just know that the light at the end of the tunnel is there. All you got to do is have the knowing. You know that it's there. Is there. You see it in your mind's eye that it is there. So you've created it already that it is there. And then you vocalize it like I'm doing right now. The light is there. The end of all of the suffering here in this world for the collective, for me, for my family, for my friends, for everybody is ending now. We are here at the light, and all the zombies are getting ready to fall off, whether it's in a political system, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's hovering over our finances, whether it's hovering over our health and wellness, whether it's hovering over our mental challenges. These zombies are falling off. All right. And this last super full moon of 2022 is going to, I'm not going to say it's going to clear it out, but it's bringing everything up so you can start to clear it out and you sweep the way for your forward movement so you can have the forward move. That's all the super moon energy is doing right now. Okay. It's bringing all of this because when we have a full moon, shit get wild, y'all. So it's bringing all of that shit to the forefront. Like people that you didn't know was backstabbers, you gonna see them. People that you didn't know that was talking shit about you, you gonna see them. People that you didn't know that was stealing from you, you gonna see them. People that you didn't know that didn't have your well-being in any type of way, all of it's gonna come out, and you're gonna be like, damn. Then if you can either sit back and be like, damn, they doing me like this. Why he doing me like that? Why she don't? Or you can be like, let me confront this. Let me tell them how I feel and get this person out of my life. And that is what this full moon energy is wanting you to do. You see it, you recognize it, because they don't want this zombie to move forward with you. They don't want this minion to move forward with you. It cannot. It cannot. It's the levels are different. Your frequency is here, theirs is here, and they just got this string just still attaching to you, and it's time for you to cut this shit off and let their ass go so you can go on up. And that's where we are right now. That is where we are. And so I'm pushing forward in some things that I'm working for to manifest in my life. I know September is going to be our month of victory, but we got to recognize and see those different tests and trials and people that are coming against us and be able to let it go. We just came out of the and we're still in it though. The Alliance portal, the 8-8 energy. We're going right into this full moon energy. So we got this full moon energy portal along with the 8-8 portal, right? So we're still in this Leo season. It's still in this fiery season to speak your truth, to speak your mind, to tell people how you feel, to put your energy out there so you can bring things into this form and this reality. To see it in your mind's eye, to put more energy and time into meditation. At this point, even speaking to myself, we need to be meditating at least 3 times a day, intentionally. Intentional meditation, closing off all things, and just sitting in silence and in quiet and focusing on the breath so we can hear, so we can receive messages, so we can know forward movements. It's that time now. All right. And when you want to combat that and add into that, going into doing any type of trance work, or if you see numbers, you utilizing those numbers. If you use cards, if you use tarot, playing cards, I Ching, Metal Netter, going into that, if you throw stones or what they call the bones, or the can't think of what they use in Ifa, but whatever you use, go into meditation and then go and do your divining. Okay, go ask the oracle, whatever oracle system that you use. Go ask the word of God afterwards. Meditation. I'm speaking to me too. All right, so yes, they're going through it. These people really want, these minions really want to attach and stay attached and connected to us. They really, really do. But they can't. They can't unless you let them. I'll say that. They can't unless you let them. If you let them, if you know these people mean you no good, and you still allow them to take advantage of you and stay connected to you, then things are going to get harder. But if you see it, you recognize it, and you let it go, things are going to get easier. And you're going to see how things are going to start flowing in your life. But allow the full moon energy to do the full moon energy work. It's going to calm down, like I saw it in my dream, right in your face. Things are going to be right in your face. Right in your face. It's right in your fucking face. And it's going to be up to you to either turn a blind eye or speak on it, so you can move it out the way, so you can go down your path in this life, y'all. In this life. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so that's the word for today. That's what I'm speaking on. Protect that energy. That energy is going to protect you. And you go ahead and cast those things out. You speak to the water. It obeys your voice. All right. And saying that you speak to the water, it obeys your voice. Everything and every energy and person is made of water. This planet is 70% something water or more. Individuals, we about 65 to 70% water. So almost everything in this planet has some type of water in it. So you're going to be speaking to water, and the water and the winds will obey your voice. Okay. So it has to. So that's my word for today, y'all. That was my dream. Hope you all receive something from it. And as always, I'm going to leave you in peace and high frequencies.